So before the break, Rami Saad mentioned how we hunger for narrative. And despite character limit, Twitter is reshaping storytelling as we know it today in ways that go beyond the storyteller, in ways that we can almost map socially what's going on around the world and even archive it. So our next keynote is about how we can harness live and real-time stories. This keynote will be given by Meghan Doyle, who is currently MENA client partner at Twitter. Since joining Twitter, Meghan has been focused on key global accounts in the financial services and CBG space. Please help me welcome Meghan with a huge warm welcome of applause.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you, Sarah. So by a show of hands, how many people in the room are active on Twitter? How many people actively tweet? Amazing. Okay, this is my @handle. I think we're at almost 3,000 total tweets, 2,875. By the end of this, we have about 15 minutes. Let's hit 3,000. Tweet at me, I'll answer questions. So as Sarah mentioned, I am a client partner at Twitter MENA based in Dubai. I love skydiving, fun fact. And I've been at Twitter for nearly 4 years, and I can tell you in the last year, I've seen the most excitement, the most energy from the platform that I've ever seen. And I think that really stems back to, as a platform, we finally honed in on who we are, and that's the best place to see what's happening in the world around you. So going into 2017, we have a ton of momentum behind us, and this is really reflected in our daily active user growth. So you can see this is looking quarter by quarter, year over year, more users are coming to the platform on a daily basis to consume content. And this is already across a massive global audience of over 820 million global active users. And this is directly benefiting our advertiser partners, big and small. Here we have an example from Pepsi Arabia over the summer at Pepsi Moji. And looking at Q4 alone, so this new attention on the platform has brought 151% lift in ad engagement. So this is engagement with our promoted products, promoted tweets, promoted video. In return, we've seen a 40% drop in cost per engagement, so our partners are getting more return on their investment. And this directly correlates to, again, us as a platform where we finally honed in on being the place to see what's live, what's happening, and then from a product standpoint, and I'll walk through today, really what we're doing to bring that to life and drive more users to the platform. So can anyone guess what the third most used language on Twitter is? And there's over 40 used globally. Anyone shout out? Thank you. So, it was exciting to see that in September of this last year, Arabic actually surpassed Spanish as the third most used language. So, in front of this, we have English and we have Japanese. So I think this speaks to the power of MENA, of Levant on the platform. So looking at MENA as a whole, of our total user base, 72% are active on a daily basis, and they're coming to consume a variety of content. So looking at everything from political content, primetime shows, Arab's Got Talent, Arab Idol, Top Chef, to Ramadan, to sports, to football. And video is at the center of this. So 85% of users are consuming video on Twitter. So is anyone an American football fan in the room? We got one. Okay, cool. I support the Patriots, who won the Super Bowl. I'm from Boston. Amazing. So talk about Go Live today. So with video being integral not only in the region but globally for us, and Twitter being the home of what's happening in live, we took a big step in Q3 of last year of actually bringing high-def TV quality live events to the platform. This kicked off with the National Football League and us live streaming every Thursday night football game to users globally in high def. And for those that didn't see this, the quality was insane. It would air around 5 a.m. here, so the timing wasn't great. But again, a big step for us as a company in driving home of what works best for Twitter. And we took it a step further. So we actually created custom timelines associated with each live stream, pulling in tweets from around the globe, so creating this big living room feel, showing users what's going on with the game and bringing them closer to the experience. So you can see here on mobile is also available on desktop, the full immersive experience. And what was even more exciting to see, so looking over the course of 5 months of us doing these Thursday night live streams, we reached a new audience, 75% being under 35 years old. So a new millennial, highly engaged audience. So this is great. You have the American up here talking about American football. What does this mean for us here in MENA? So we partnered with Amar going into the new year and actually did a high-definition global live streaming of the Burj Khalifa fireworks in Dubai. So same experience as the National Football League. As you can see here, we had a curated timeline globally, pulling in content from users around the world, bringing people front row center to these fireworks. I was not in Dubai for New Year's, but I still watched this and had the full Dubai experience. What was amazing to see on top of this was that there were 46,000 hashtag mentions of My Dubai New Year in 24 hours. And this was all brought to life through this live stream. So looking at the numbers, and this was only the last 3 months in Q4, globally, we have had 600 hours of live video across news, politics, sports, entertainment. Over 400 live events have been streamed, and 31 million users have been reached globally. These numbers are massive. This is all just around high-def live streaming events. So what impact has this had on our users, on the platform? So in Q4, we teamed up with scientists based in the UK, and we did a neuroscience study. So we actually hooked up 200 users with headsets and measured their brain activity in response to Twitter live content and also live content from other digital platforms. And I think these numbers speak for themselves. So you can see a 63% lift in positive perception from Twitter live content that, again, is curated for the users versus the online video norms, 45% lift in engagement, and 33% uptick in emotional intensity. So this didn't just live on our mobile app and on desktop. We also brought this to life through a few partners, looking at Apple TV, Roku, and also Xbox. So you can see here, Apple TV actually named us App of the Year last year, amongst every single app out there that they partner with. Here you can see this is the Apple app experience if you're looking at football. And on the right-hand side, you have the optional timeline showing, again, user content from around the globe, making the game a little bit more exciting, more engaging. So beyond live content, a big focus for us in 2017 is bringing premium content to the forefront. So we've partnered with over 300 publisher partners globally. So looking at the region, everyone from beIN Sports, Yellowfeed, Karabish, to across the world, NBC, BuzzFeed, CNN, to actually provide users and our partners with the best real-time video content possible. So from a brand standpoint, how would this work? So all brands have videos. We've been hearing today, everyone's trying to master video. You would take your video asset. We can accept a variety of lengths. Use that as your pre-roll. You then work with us to define, okay, what publisher content means the most to me and my audience. We align your pre-roll with that premium real-time content, and then you can target that content to the audience that matters most to you around the world. And what's powerful about Twitter, this is all real-time targeting, keyword targeting, people talking about what's happening right now around them. So you're hitting them as they're talking about football, Saudi football, in real time with content that matters to them. And in the region, this has been coming to life and exploding across MENA with everything from everyday content to also a lot of sports content. So here, we partnered with Knorr under Unilever and Tastemade going into the holidays. And Knorr created a series of custom 6-second pre-roll videos to promote their mayonnaise, and then associated those with custom videos created by Tastemade and recipes that were then targeted to people talking about cooking in real time going into the holidays. Hyper-relevant, premium content, and the results have been very strong. So we're seeing this globally. When you pair quality content within a safe environment, you know you're going to reach your target audience in real time. The outcomes are always successful and predictable. So Clear in Saudi Arabia knows that their core audience, men 18 to 35, care most about football. So they took their 45-second TV commercial, pared it down into a series of 6-second clips, and actually served this in front of real-time highlights coming out of beIN Sports from Champions League group stage games in Q3 and Q4. You can see here when you go into the real-time clip. So they paired their pre-roll with over 200 clips coming from beIN Sports, everything from best of highlights, goals, interviews before and after, and they did so over 8 match days. And they were going after a very niche audience within 18 to 35 in Saudi. They served 8 million impressions to 1.34 million males 18 to 35 within their target demo. So big numbers here. So beyond premium content, how can you, as a user, as a small business owner, even as a larger company, tap into real-time storytelling right now? So Periscope, how many folks are familiar with Periscope? Amazing, okay. So Periscope is our live streaming app. It's fully integrated into Twitter now, so you don't need to be a member of Periscope separately. It's the full immersive experience right through Twitter. We've now launched Periscope 360, and this kicked off actually at CES and with Toyota. You can see here back in January. So this just brings users closer to the experience that you're trying to create. And again, you as a consumer can do this, a brand can do this, any 360 camera can now funnel in and provide this more contextual, interactive experience. Periscope Producer takes this a step further, and this gives you high definition live streaming, and you can actually pull in multiple camera feeds. You can pull in pre-recorded video. As a brand, if you have a longer live stream running, you can put in your own mid-roll ads. We partner with Coca-Cola, with Fanta, and they were sponsoring the Fanta Gaming Finals in Abu Dhabi back in December. They did an 8-hour live stream through Periscope Producer. They had about 6 cameras funneling in. They also had pre-recorded live video, and they served this for 8 hours to gamers across the region. This trended organically. In Saudi Arabia, it had 14,000 hashtag mentions. So the quality was super crisp, and response was very strong. So we've talked about live. We've talked about premium content. I think when you think of Twitter, you think of it as an engagement platform. So looking at video, how are we enabling brands, consumers to actually encourage engagement through video? So I think the most engaging kind of video product out there on digital would be conversational video. And the reason being, so you see an example here from New Balance. This enables users to interact directly with you as a brand and then also share that experience with their followership. So in the example here, New Balance asks, what will you do tomorrow to be better than you were today? So you see this in your feed as a user. You're given 4 options below and a video up top to add context to why they're asking this question. So the user selects which call to action. Tomorrow, I will own my workout. They tweet that out. If I follow Giacomo, I see this, that he chose this selection, and I have the option as a user to then kind of interact with my own poll there and give my answer. So it's a great way to take live, to take premium content to the next level and actually encourage that one-to-one engagement and sharing with users. So the year ahead, you can see we've been very busy in 2016. It's been a busy Q1 so far. I think when you think of Twitter, I want you to walk away with 3 keywords. So live. So Twitter is the best place to see what's happening in the world around you. Premium. We've partnered, as you saw, with 300 premium publishers around the globe to bring the best content to life on the platform, and this will continue to be an increased focus for us in 2017. In conversational, Twitter is the best place to have a one-to-one dialogue with your friends, your family, influencers, and brands. So beyond 140 characters, Twitter has a lot going on. Live, premium, conversational. Those are our big takeaways. Thank you. And I see we added, I think, about 100 tweets, so nice job, guys. And here is my @handle on the bottom, but I think we had time for questions if anyone has questions on this or even outside of that for Twitter. 5 minutes, perfect.
My question is maybe a bit different from Twitter Live and how it can be used for brands, but I'm interested in how safety is being handled in the Middle East these days.
Yeah, that's a good question. So safety is a huge priority for us in 2017. From an engineering standpoint and product standpoint, we have ramped up our support there, mainly based out of San Francisco and also London, to make sure that we're quicker to respond when there's trolls and there's abuse in the platform. We're also creating algorithms that will ensure that when there is certain words or things detected, those are being bumped to the bottom of your timeline, or if it's a response, you can actually more easily mute. So it's a huge focus for us this year, and we're definitely seeing more feedback and positive feedback from partners, from users, with less spam, I would say, on the platform. Yeah.
Hi. Over here.
Oh, hi.
Hey, I'm tired. I just want to ask you, I mean, microblogging is indispensable, but I just want you, or I just want to comment on Twitter's sale of Fabric and handing it over to Google, since it became a little bit surprising to the market.
Yeah, I think, and I can't speak to that fully. I think in hearing from Jack Dorsey, our CEO, he found that was, I think, the best use for Fabric moving forward, to have it sit with them, and the best growth opportunity for the team. I can tell you from an SDK standpoint, a lot of our partners here in the region that are focused on mobile app promotion and things like that, they're already working with separate SDK partners, so adoption-wise, it may not have been the strongest globally. So I think for longevity of Fabric, it made sense to have them move on. But we are sad to lose a team, of course. Yeah.
So Twitter acquired Periscope in 2015.
Yep.
And Facebook launched their live videos in April 2016, and Twitter did not do that until December 2016. It looks like Twitter is trying to catch up with technology, and since they already had Periscope, why didn't Twitter integrate Periscope in the native Twitter app way earlier than Facebook?
Yeah, it's a good question. So Periscope has always been available through Twitter. You could always go live through a Periscope tweet on Twitter. We acquired them back in April of 2015. I recall, so I was living in New York City. There was a big building explosion that day. And someone went live on Periscope. They tweeted out that Periscope, and all over the news, regionally, in the city, across the country, it was all that one Periscope that a user had tweeted. So it's always been available to go through a tweet. It wasn't fully integrated in the app until Q4 of last year. There's already a massive Periscope community that we don't want to hurt. So like Facebook Live never had their own separate community. Periscope has a massive group of creators and content creators globally that we don't want to have them move away from the platform. We finally enabled the full integration in Q4 just because timing seemed right there. But you've always been able to access Periscope through Twitter and vice versa. I think it was just a natural evolution based on the existing Periscope community, which is already very strong, of how we wanted to flow that in to Twitter. That answers your question. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I'll be in the back if anyone has questions. And Doyle, follow me on Twitter. Thank you, guys.